So what's it been like editing Nymphya's book? Well, have you ever tried to lasso a tornado? Not only is she an amazing singer, a talented multi-instrumentalist, a superb visual artist, and an esoteric magician up there with freaking Gandalf, turns out she's also a hell of a writer. My job has been more of a literary cowboy. Mend fence here and there, build a couple of corrals, and keep the energetic herd going in the right direction. The biggest contribution I've made is to start off each chapter with a brief data box of the nuts and bolts of that song. As a musician myself, I enjoy knowing all the ingredients that make up the audio stew. Nymphya's music is a swirling kaleidoscope of dreamy imagery and dramatic tone shifts, but I don't think that it takes anything away from the magic to know that under the hood, there was a local bass player, a pianist, and a penny whistler who mailed in their part from Ireland. At the center of this swirl is Nymphya herself, of course, who likes to project the image of a gossamer goddess floating in the ethereal clouds. But I think the music is only enhanced by knowing that some days she was sporting a ratty t-shirt while she played a pink Telecaster through a fuzz box while wearing clunky headphones and nursing a headache from lack of sleep. You'll hear a wonderful album, of course, every track a gem. The book was a herky-jerky affair full of stops and starts. Whole chapters would pop in, then weeks would go by, then a few paragraphs of some later track would be attempted, then a gorgeous watercolor would drop in from an earlier song, and then whole swaths of a finished chapter would disappear and reappear with a terse note that said, "I had to rewrite all of this." Because keep in mind that making an album is not like filling out an application. Music is inherently linear, but to birth a record is to be a time traveler. The point is that making music is messy under the easiest of situations. But in Nymphya's case, the album has several more plates spinning overhead because the tracks tell a coherent story and also present the listener with some fairly heady alchemical concepts along the way. Oh, and by the way, simultaneously write a book explaining the hermetic and ceremonial practices that underpin each song. So yes, writing Heard on What Have I Forgotten has been work on several levels, in several worlds. For one thing, we're talking about concepts that take place in a cosmic otherworld, beyond linear time, beyond three-dimensional space. But shining through all these ups and downs and ins and outs has been the muse herself, Goddess Nymphya, 7 feet tall, plus hair, with a smile that can light a whole town. She is the most curious person I have ever met, and our comments and captions off to the side of the document have been a barrel house of crazy adventure tales, freaky coincidences, and really off-color jokes. If you ever get a chance, buy this woman a pint at a pub in Limerick, or better yet, take her to a ruined castle and wear a fur hat with a flask inside. In any case, do get What Have I Forgotten, the album and the book, and be prepared for one hell of a magical ride.